Hey everyone, welcome back to Keifa Crochets. Today I'm excited to share with you how to crochet this super easy and cozy beanie. This is a beginner friendly tutorial, so let's get started. For materials, I recommend a worsted weight type 4 yarn. There are a few recommendations in the description. You can use the hook that the yarn suggests, but I used a 5mm. You'll also need your yarn needle and a pair of scissors. To start, grab your yarn and begin by making a slip knot. Now grab your yarn and place it into the loop to tighten your slip knot. And then we're going to chain 43. To chain, just yarn over and pull through the loop. You'll make a total of 43 chains. And this amount of chain you're making is actually going to be the length of the beanie. And to get the right measurement for you, you just measure from at the top or the middle of your head down to over your eyebrows to get the perfect size for you. Mine was 7 inches, and I'll just add an extra 5 inches to that for where the brim will be, and that is 12 inches in total. So it's the length of your head plus 5 inches for how long your chain should be. Now to begin the first row, we are going to do single crochet stitches across our chain. So make a chain 1, skip that first chain, and turn your work over because we're going to be working in the back bumps of our chain. So insert your hook into the back bump. It might be a little difficult to work in at first. Yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops on your hook. Then in the next back bump, make another single crochet, and all across the chains into your back bumps, you'll make single crochet into every one of your back bumps. Single crochet into your very last back bump at the end of your chains, and that's your first row. For row 2, we begin with a chain of 1 and turn your work. We're going to skip that chain, and in the first stitch we're going to work a single crochet into the back loops, and for all our stitches across, we'll make single crochets into the back loop only across all the way down to the end. If you want, you can leave a stitch marker at the end or the beginning of your row so you can always know where it is. Now for row 3, chain 1 and turn your work. And just as row 2, make single crochets in the back loop only across your work until you reach the end, where you'll just repeat the chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet across in the back loops only. You'll just repeat it over and over again until you reach the width of your hat. The width of the hat is going to be the circumference of your head, so you need to measure around your head to get the right size to know how many rows you need to make. My head circumference is 22 inches and I made a total of 72 rows, but you can always fold your work in half and measure it around your head to get the perfect size. Now we're going to connect the 2 sides together. And to do that, we're just going to slip stitch in the stitches on both sides. So pass your hook through both loops of that first stitch, and then both loops on the other side. And make a slip stitch, and then again into the first 2 loops, and then on the other side into the next 2 loops and make a slip stitch, then into the next 2 loops again and into the next 2 loops on the next side, make a slip stitch. So you're gonna do this for 12 stitches, so slip stitch 12 times. You're gonna stop after the 12th one, and we're stopping at the 12 because that is where the brim is going to be. So pull out your hook just a little bit and turn your work on the other side to finish connecting the rest. On the other side, place your hook back into the loop, and then you just continue making your slip stitches across both sides, going into that first 2 loops on one side and the other 2 loops on the other side. And slip stitch. So just continue doing it and make sure to not skip any stitches out until you reach down at the end. And when you finish connecting, take the hook out of the loop and turn your work onto the other side, and that will be your right side. And when you fold your brim at the end, they both will be on the right side. So now we're going to sew the top close. So right where you left off, pull the yarn to leave a long tail at least 20 inches before cutting it off. So we're going to sew this together to close it to make the top of the hat. So get your yarn needle and attach the yarn and get ready for sewing. And because the hat is on the right side, we're going to sew on the inside, passing the yarn through those top loops. You're going to pass it through these loops at least for every other row. Be careful not to pull the yarn too tight yet. You're going to go all around sewing, and when you reach back at the start, you're going to pull the yarn to close the top really tightly. You can tie these 2 ends together to close to make a tight knot at the top. Even after doing all of that, you might still have a hole at the top of your hat. So what you want to do is turn the hat on the other side, which will be the wrong side, so that you can sew the hole closed. And right at the top of the hat where your hole is, you're going to carefully go back and forth and sew the hole close, going over and over again over the hole until the hole is perfectly closed up. After you're done with the sewing, you can tie your ends together for the last time before cutting them off completely. And that's it. Now you can turn your hat back onto the right side and fold the brim up to see their perfectly done finished beanie. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today. I hope you enjoyed making this easy beanie. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more crochet tutorials every week. Check out my other crochet videos linked on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crocheting!